This is Arsenal's master plan to sign Rodrygo. Arsenal want Rodrygo, but they need to sell first. As of today, Trossard is free to leave Arsenal. Inter want Ademola Lookman as of today. Now, Atalanta are now interested in Leandro Trossard. So for Arsenal to sign Rodrygo, Atalanta must sell Lookman to Inter, then buy Trossard as Lookman's replacement, then use the funds from the Trossard deal to go big on Rodrygo. A transfer triangle indeed. Yes, people, then welcome back to the RASenal Transfer Center. I hope you are all blessed and well. People, we are only 5 subscribers away from 300 subscribers. I think we can make that a whole round number today. Make sure you smash the subscriber button if you are new here, and make sure you smash a like on the video as well. People, let's get into the RASenal Transfer Center because I have a lot of news to give you. As I already stated, there is a transfer triangle coming up. Now, as of today, Dortmund, Napoli, and Atalanta are all interested in Leandro Trossard. It was reported today from Graham Bailey that the fact that Arsenal are not going to increase the salary of Leandro Trossard on his contract, they're still willing to offer him a year, but they don't want to increase his salary. Trossard is now actively looking for a move away from the Emirates. Arsenal are happy to facilitate that, and we have big European clubs interested in Leandro Trossard. We know Dortmund was interested in Trossard from the January transfer window. We know that Napoli have been interested in. Now Atalanta have been added to the list. The reason why Atalanta is key in this deal right now is because they want to sell Ademola Lookman. They don't want to sell him. Inter want to buy him. It was also been reported by the sporting president that, you know what, they have good relationships with a Lookman, and the key thing for them is about timing and consideration, considering the fact that they need time to think about a replacement for Lookman, but making sure that they get the fee that they deserve for a brilliant winger like Ademola Lookman. They don't want to sell themselves short. They want to make sure they get all the money in. So this deal may take time. Inter have offered a 42 plus 3 million in add-ons transfer, 42 million plus 3 million in add-ons for Ademola Lookman, but Atalanta want 50 million euros. So we're going to wait to see what happens with that. As I said, we already know that Dortmund have been interested in Trossard as well. So we're going to see what happens on that. So this deal is key. It's going to be very, very key for everything else to absolutely fall into place. Like I said, it's about timing and consideration when it comes to the Lookman transfer to Inter. And if Inter do get their man in Lookman, I'm pretty sure Atalanta will step up their efforts for Leandro Trossard. But there are already other teams that want Trossard as well, like a Napoli, like a Dortmund as well. And also this leads to Rodrygo. And this is what I said on yesterday's show. The path is clear for Arsenal to sign Rodrygo. The path is absolutely clear. It's there if we want it. But for the main thing for the Rodrygo transfer to happen, we have to raise money. We just have to raise money. He is going to be the big transfer coming in, bigger than Gyökeres coming in. He's going to cost more than Gyökeres. He'll probably have more wages than Gyökeres. He'll be in that upper tier, upper echelon of players at Arsenal, like a Gabriel, like a Saliba when he signs his contract, like a Declan Rice. He'll be up there, and Gyökeres will be up there in terms of wages. So we need to raise money to fund this Rodrygo transfer. It is absolutely of critical importance if we want to sign him. I would love him. Now, Arsenal are also sticking to the left wing. Arsenal are still interested, or they still admire Anthony Gordon of Newcastle, but he's not a high priority on the list at the moment. And they also still admire Rafael Leao of AC Milan. But I feel like if they could get the best of the best out of them in that list, I think Rodrygo is the top, and they want to go for Rodrygo. So this one is about time, and we need to see how this deal goes. And I said weeks ago that this deal was going to go late into August. This is going to be a longer saga than the Gyökeres saga, in my opinion. So we'll wait and see what happens with that. Now, coming out today about Eberechi Eze of Crystal Palace, the Hand of Arsenal reported this earlier in the day, and it's since been confirmed by Jacobs Ben. Crystal Palace want at least 30 million up front for the sale of Eberechi Eze. And when I say 30 million up front, At the moment, right now, there is a 67.5 million release clause in Eze's contract, and Crystal Palace want 30 million of that up front, and they're not willing to budge on that. We know that in deals, in this transfer window, in deals gone by, whether it's Arsenal or other teams as well, they pay a certain amount now and they pay the rest later, or they pay the whole fee in installments over a few years. Crystal Palace want that money up front. And I said to you recently that Steve Parish, who is the owner of Crystal Palace as well, definitely wants those funds up front so that he can reinvest as soon as possible back into Crystal Palace. Now, we know that Reiss Nelson has been linked to this deal as well as a potential player plus cash deal. Well, I'm not sure how much that is going to continue because Crystal Palace do want the money more upfront for Eberechi Eze. But as still is a deal, a bid is still anticipated from Arsenal, regardless of what the release clause conditions are. A bid is still anticipated from Crystal Palace, so we will see what develops on that front. I did recently just talk about Reiss Nelson, and it looks set that Fulham are set to attack both deals for Reiss Nelson and Alexander Zinchenko. It was reported today that they are about to advance and make progress on this deal. So they're really going to contact Arsenal, start making club-to-club talks happen, because they've already been, for example, Zinchenko, they've been talking to his camp since June. We already know Reiss Nelson was on loan last season. Unfortunately, he had a hamstring injury, but he's really liked by the Fulham faithful, and they would like to bring him back on loan with a potential obligation to buy. So if these deals are going to happen, for Zinchenko, Arsenal value him around 15 million. I feel like if we're shrewd of business, we can get close to 20 million pounds. In my opinion, I would love that. And then obviously Reiss Nelson with a loan and obligation to buy of around 18 million. And then you sell Trossard for about 20 million, 25 million. We need money coming in. It will be decent business coming in, and all of that will can be able to go to fund the Rodrygo. I'll help to fund the Rodrygo transfer, and obviously the Eze deal is a separate thing. We've already got the money for the Eze deal. It's just how do we want to pay it? That's all. That's all it is. So things need to fall into place before things can get done, and we will see what happens when they get there. So people, if you've enjoyed the RASenal Transfer Center today, make sure you smash a like on the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are new, and we'll be back tomorrow. It is the North London derby tomorrow. I'm gonna slightly annoyed because I'm working at that time. North London derby is Singapore, but I'm gonna make sure I can try watch it at some way or how, and then give you a match review at the end tomorrow. But until then, people, love and guidance. Peace.